Your call is important to us. A future ink engineer will be with you as soon as possible. Thank you for your patience.
It isn't enough to start a riot, distort the light beam until I like me. It isn't enough if this is real life. I'll stick to dreaming. Come see what I see. Feeling like if this is life, I'm choosing fiction. Whoa, whoa. Call it faith, call it fame. The fantasy's the same. When I'm dreaming tonight, I can do anything. When I'm dreaming tonight, I can go anywhere. When I'm dreaming tonight, I can be anyone. So don't wake me up, don't wake me up. When I'm dreaming tonight, I can do anything. When I'm dreaming tonight, I can go anywhere. When I'm dreaming tonight, I can be anyone. So don't wake me up, don't wake me up. Leveling up, delete my history. Choose how you see me, and the future's easier. Leveling up, in here I'm winning. Defeat the big boss. Game over your loss. Feeling like this ain't life. I'm choosing fiction. Whoa, whoa. Call it faith, call it fame. The fantasy's the same. So, when I'm dreaming tonight, I can do anything. When I'm dreaming tonight, I can go anywhere. When I'm dreaming tonight, I can be anyone. So don't wake me up, don't wake me up. When I'm dreaming tonight, I can do anything. When I'm dreaming tonight, I can go anywhere. When I'm dreaming tonight, I can be anyone. So don't wake me up, don't wake me up. Hope I never wake up, I never get tired. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. When I'm dreaming tonight, I can do anything. When I'm dreaming tonight, I can go anywhere. When I'm dreaming tonight, I can be anyone. Don't wake me up, don't wake me up. When I'm dreaming tonight, I can do anything. When I'm dreaming tonight, I can go anywhere. When I'm dreaming tonight, I can be anyone. So don't wake me up, don't wake me up. When I'm dreaming tonight, I can do anything. When I'm dreaming tonight, I can go anywhere. When I'm dreaming tonight, I can be anyone. So don't wake me up, don't wake me up.
Okay. Are we on now?
We're on.
Great. Hi everybody. We're back. We're back with Cyberpunk Soul of Steel. Dramatic reveal of the hair.
I'm blonde. This wasn't supposed to happen.
There's no one to blame for this but you.
That's true. Whoa, we're fusing. Oh, holy shit. You didn't even get to see that, but on stream we like fused for a second.
We're drifting.
Brainwave.
Anyways, I'm Chance. I'm the referee, or DM if you want to be a square about it.
Squares.
I'm running this game, and we're doing just a little bit of a one-off, a one-shot with just the two of us. There's probably going to be a good few of these actually, because I think it'd be just kind of neat to do these when we can. But just a little bit of a side stuff away from the main storyline.
A little bit of a silly time.
Yeah, with you.
Me! Hi! I should also introduce... Oh, we're fusing again. Holy shit. Okay, that's gonna happen every time I do that. That's great. Hi, I am Dean. I am not the Dungeon Master for once, because we've already established who the referee is of this game. I am instead playing Lainsey Lorresbin. I'm going to be putting on an Irish accent for a good ol' 2 hours or so. 2 hours, 3 hours, we'll see how this goes, and Eminem? I know. It's fun for me just to grab a boob, and my penis has a real attitude. That's me. I'm Dean. I'm very excited for this. I love Nightcrawler, and I love the profession of Nightcrawling. I also love the movie Nightcrawler, which I'm sure there's probably going to be, that's where most people know the term Nightcrawling from. But yeah, I'm very excited for some one-on-one Lainsey action. Played by me, Eminem. Snap back to reality.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. What's your composition skill? We're gonna need that for your inevitable rap battle.
Oh yes, my composition skill. Is that an actual thing, or are you making
That
this
is
up?
an actual thing.
Composition
Yeah.
is a thing? Oh yeah, I have 10 plus 8. It's my
Nice.
composition. I didn't realize that was actually a thing.
And let's see. Is there anything else that we need to take care of before actually starting the game? Probably not.
I think we're good.
Right.
I think we have it
Oh.
figured out.
Cool. In that case, let's get started. July 20, 2023. A reddish, overcast gloom has replaced yesterday's sun, and maybe the few minutes of rain you felt earlier has washed away the blood from Night City's streets, gutters, and aqueducts. You've returned back to the Nomad camp after the business you conducted yesterday with Kongo, the Japanese nomad, aka Yorinobu Arasaka. You kidnapped a guy.
Yep.
After you tased a couple people, you kidnapped one of them. Yeah.
In this line of work, all the time.
Yeah. And then he died, unrelated circumstance. And then you went back to camp with some fresh money in your pocket, which will be very helpful when it's time to, pay rent and pay for food and stuff. That's a thing that I am going to hold us to.
Is rent in the Nomad camp right now, or are we just like, damn?
I think here it's more like everyone's expected to make a contribution, a fair, equitable contribution, because there's still stuff that they have to pay for.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or just generally supplies to purchase and whatnot. And so that probably comes to about roughly 1,000.
I'm so sorry. Okay, 1,000 eddies.
1,000 eddies a month is the rent isn't, I guess, not necessarily the right word for where you're living, but close enough.
Contribution.
Contribution. And then on top of that covers housing. On top of that, there is also the lifestyle cost, which ranges from or it affects what the food and services that you can afford each month, and that ranges from just basic kibble, which is dog food with flavors.
Ah, beautiful.
And that's 100 a month, and then that can go all the way up to fresh food, which is very much a luxury or in this world, and it comes with more stuff on top of that, and that comes out to 600 a month. As a nomad, you might be eating a lot of kibble or pre-packed food or whatever, but there's also a good deal of occasionally, much more than the average city dweller, you actually may still be eating grown food on occasion, because survivalists, that sort of thing.
Yeah, that would make sense if we're more so living off the land.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And as far as news within the Nomad camp goes, you guys, after the confrontation with Militech Sergeant Ehrenreich yesterday,
asshole.
You guys haven't relocated yet. Mommy Vera is still
gotta love Mommy
wrapping
Vera.
up. Yeah, she's still wrapping up her her and the other nomads are wrapping up their business down in the city, and they're coming back soon. The whole camp is going to get packed up and moved somewhere else, away from Militech's meddling probably within the week. But for now, you're still in the same spot.
Okay.
And along with you, and the few nomads who are still in camp, is Congo, or Yorinobu. I'm gonna keep calling him Congo though. And he has taken up a temporary residence with you guys, feeling a little more comfortable among fellow nomads than he does in some like motel down in the city. So that's where we're at. Where are you at? What are you up to?
I mean, considering that we are back at the Nomad camp, as of now, I think what she's doing is currently in her little secluded spot. I think I mentioned that she has probably a tent to her name in the first session of this good old Cyberpunk campaign. I think she mentioned something along that when we were doing our first rest. So she's definitely in that kind of secluded area in the camp and is currently typing away at her laptop at a feverish speed. I've described this laptop before as being just an absolute like pile of complete and utter junk. So it's there's like this loud like which people at the camp can tell when Lainsey is hard at work. That computer fan is blasting, and currently that is the case as she is currently editing together all of the footage that she got from yesterday's adventure. So there is kind of a broadcast that she's slowly putting together right now. She has her eye camera like kind of detached out of her head and hooked up to kind of like a USB drive, etc., etc. And that is like strung out and going into her computer. It's like kind of a gross thing to walk in upon because it's just like the way everything is set up. It's her eyeball, it's her ear, it's like all kind of connected to just a really shitty laptop. So she's extracting all of the footage from that and cutting up the clips to give all of the context required from like start to end, but also to keep. She still has a bit of her newscaster lifestyle where she wants to keep the news entertaining in a way. So making sure that there's like frequent cuts between different angles or audio sources if she has them. So right now I'd say that she has like about half of a drop prepared. Drops are basically just she scatters them around Night City whenever she has enough news, and that is like I'd imagine that a fair number of people who are revolutionaries in a way would pick up her drops around town. She always distributes them at like the exact same time in the exact same places for about a month, and then she shovels up where they drop. So right now she's working on a drop. She is adding in pretty much the entire torture scenario. However, she is making sure to modulate her voice and scramble it a bit because she does have a scrambler descrambler. If that does anything here. Yeah, just scrambling the audio of her voice, making sure that everything is laid out in the picture. For now, she'll edit Congo out of things as well. She'll make sure that Congo's not in the picture just yet, because Congo did ask for that. However, she still makes sure to make copies of the footage of Congo, especially the one of him killing a good old torture victim. So, yeah, that's probably what she's up to right now.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. As you are doing that, you are perhaps snapped out of your reverie by a knock at the door. Is that wait? Ken, is there a door?
I'd like to think that she has like a little crate outside that people can knock on.
Ah, that makes sense. Yeah, then a knock at the crate outside of the door.
All right, come the fuck in. What you need? Who is it?
The tent flap opens, and it's Congo himself, actually.
All right. Are you there?
He's got his helmet in his or he's like taking his helmet off as he enters, and you can see his face. You know his identity.
Yeah.
Um,
Right before he steps in, I go, da. Have you washed your boots?
he kind of like shows you his boots, and they're like he keeps his whole outfit and his boots and everything all very clean and well polished.
I need them to be a little bit more dirty than that if you're going to come in here.
He kind of like looks outside and he like kind of like drags his boot around in the dirt a little bit and like scuffs it up a bit and like shows you again.
Right, come on in.
Right. Well, he steps inside and like kind of like kneels next to you, and says, "Are you editing the footage from the interrogation yesterday?"
Yeah, amongst other things, such as, the dead body that we kind of scrounged up from the muck around a nice little, what was that place called? Man, I swear, I wasn't good with that name. The Toten. Yeah, the Totentak. Yeah, no, down at the Totentak. The Totendick?
I think so.
Something around there.
The Taten. The Taten.
The Taten. The Tonkatrak. It's something along that line, eh? But no.
Yes.
There's a couple of other things that I'm putting in the broadcast, but yes, there is indeed some edited footage of the interrogation.
You intend to publish it soon?
Quite soon. Unfortunately, it's not enough for a full broadcast just yet. Well, date for the drop is probably around a couple of days away, so we've got a bit more crawling to do. But thankfully in this town, there's always a scoop. All you gotta do is know where to look, eh?
He nods and but frowns a little bit and says, "I, of course, am not in any position to make demands of you, but if I might make a suggestion, I'm not so sure that you should broadcast that interrogation so soon. I intend to investigate further what he talked about. And with you, Rockhat, and Blight helping, among some other allies I intend to gather, I suspect that we could gather much more evidence, damning evidence. However, if you were to publish what you have already, they might panic, realize someone's onto them. They might go to ground, and then we don't have anything.
Well, I do understand where you're coming from. In terms of, all of that. However, you are right in the point that you don't have control of what I do. So, I'll at least tell you this much. It doesn't have to be in this month's broadcast, but it's gonna be in the next. Okay? So for now, I'll keep it off the drop. We'll at least have that. But when something happens in this town, the people are gonna know. And they're gonna know whether it benefits us or if it benefits the corporations. The point is not trying to adjust the story in one way or another, because the truth will adjust the story no matter what at the end of the day. The point is the truth. If the truth can debunk something and shut something down, then it will. That is how I broadcast. I broadcast and get everything out there so that people can make opinions for themselves, and when there is actual corruption, that gets revealed. But in order for things to be balanced and for the truth to prevail, you do have to show the ugly sides of both sides, so that the newer generations know what to do and what not to do. Not saying that we shouldn't be doing what we're doing. Right, if I were in some whole moral tussle about kidnapping people and killing them, then I wouldn't be involved in this shite. That ship has sailed a long time ago. Suppose I'm not sure what I'm getting at here. It's been a long time since I've actually been in the field doing stuff by my own hands. Some kind of torture or the like. What I'm getting at is that in order to stop corruption on both sides at the end of the day, you got to be vigilant about it. There's a difference, of course, between corruption and stuff that's required to be done. Protests. They are a necessary evil. I don't even think that they're evil. However, stuff like torture and death and killing on both sides should be broadcasted. The next generations coming after us deserve to know how our wars are fought, what needs to be done, and what doesn't need to be done. And the best way for them to know that is through example, and not erasing parts of the history because it paints us in a good light or them in a bad or whatever. You gotta show all of it. That's how the true evil comes to the surface. So what I'm getting at is that I can hold the footage, but not forever. Yes, it would be in our benefit, in the short haul, to be keeping it to ourselves, so I will. But, in the long haul, I will be putting it out there. Okay?
He nods. I don't intend to modulate the truth to suit our own ends. The truth of what Arasaka is doing is enough. He thinks for a second and says, a few weeks is all we'll need. Delaying it to next month will be more than enough time.
Fair enough. Fair play to you. Yeah. It'll be on next month's. I'll give you my word on that. And I appreciate that you understand. And you're right. We might have some methods that some forms of morality could be seen as downright evil. But truth at the end of the day should be the thing that wins. And the truth is, Arasaka, the shite they get away with makes what we do look trivial. But at the end of the day, the pendulum will swing to the side. Side that, hopefully, deserves it. We'll see who that is. Or we won't, in this generation, but eventually. There's gotta be a point. There's gotta be a breaking point. Well, she slams shut her laptop. You have my word. You get a couple of weeks. About 3 weeks or so. Should give us enough time. In the meantime, I do need other scoops. But, once again, this town is crawling with them.
Yes, this city does not lack in violence and sin. Oh, you'll find something.
As it were.
He stands up, gives you a little nod, leaves the tent, and as he's putting his helmet on, you see he looks a little bit conflicted about something, but he puts his helmet on, backs outside.
Hey there. Bit of advice from the master of bottling things in herself. It ain't no way to live.
He pauses, turns back to you, and says, what we do what we have to, but I'm just killing a man in cold blood. I don't know. I haven't really done it before.
You did it with such ease, eh? In terms of the act itself, but you know what that does show, though? You know the fact that at the end of the day it doesn't matter to you. Or no, that it does matter to fucking A. I've brain scrambly. I'm getting
He's like
at.
stepping back inside the tent.
Yeah,
listening to you.
I think she's like reconnecting her eye right now, which is why her brain's a little wah, and she's trying to say this. The fact that it does fuck you up so much. At the end of the day, that means you're human. You know how many lives those people at Arasaka have taken? And the amount of lives they're kidnapping off the streets, as we now know. Do you genuinely think they care up there? I don't think they do. I've seen that they don't. The fact that you still got that in you, to still be a little fucked up when you see a dead body, when you take a life. Aye, that means you're human. So keep that about you. Keep that about you. Good man.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
He turns again and puts his helmet back on and leaves.
He once again does the thing where right as he's leaving, she'll shout out one more thing. And hey, at least you didn't do it in front of a viewing of over, 5 million? Was it 5 million? Forget the number. So at least you got that going for you.
He keeps walking, but he does kind of turn back, acknowledging you. And then, he goes back to, I don't know, to take care of his bike or something.
Okay, the Wizard 13 says, blonde hair! Yes, it was an accident.
Yeah.
Good old... I'm actually, oh man, with the speed that he killed him last session, this is nice. I like that this is making me trust him a lot more. The fact that he does feel remorse. He's gained 1 level on my trust meter. Lainsey is not quick to trust people, especially those who come from rich backgrounds.
Yeah, there's I think he definitely recontextualizing it now that he's shown a little remorse. Maybe he was just trying to make it quick and honorable or whatever. Well, now that he's gone and you are out of at least one little story for the month.
Yep, she opens up her laptop and almost saltily just you just hear the loud thumping of the delete button as she scrubs through her timeline and places the only thing she has right now, which is the body of the Arasaka person dumped in the dumpster. And she just kind of sighs and presses her temples a little bit and is going to unplug all of her eye gear and her ear gear and is I'm gonna unplug all of that tech and just awkwardly slot it back in like a glass eye, her eye back in, and is going to close up her laptop, throw it in her little sack, and is just going to sigh, kind of pull up her hood a little bit, and is going to walk out into the camp and see if there's any rumors spreading around, seeing if anyone's looking a little bit suspicious. This is normally where she starts. Oh, Discord, why did you freeze? Oh, there we go. Just giving a little gander around to see if there's any words floating around the camp. People tend to know stuff here because a lot of the nomads, I'm imagining, are kind of, you know, out on the streets.
Yeah, especially, with the Killjoys, especially with their profession being out on the streets of the city. Word definitely circles back around the camp every time that like someone comes off of their like, you know, respective like shift or whatever, or comes back from a job. And I actually did roll for this before the session. And so I took your credibility rank, added that to a D10 roll. I rolled a 10, which means that dice exploded. And with the second die, I rolled another 10 for a total of 24.
Oh my god, I know everything.
Which, yes, you've picked up a. The other roll was like a 0 though, so you know is what it is.
I get 1.
But this one you have acquired one substantial rumor, and in this case, the rumor is that an increase in murders throughout Little Europe lately has been following the path of this local rocker boy. You know, he's this kind of like goth like rock musician named Azazel Rain. There's Azazel. Azazel.
Oh god, this is gonna be so hard to say in the accent. Oh no.
Oh yes, that's gonna be fun.
Azazel.
There seem to be multiple incidents of murders occurring after his gigs in the last few weeks, most of which are like impromptu, like they're not always like scheduled, they just kind of like pop up in places. But there's been multiple incidents of murders occurring after his gigs, including at least one done with the telltale bite of vampire like fang implant.
Ooh.
This is especially interesting since Azazel is said to be a former member of the prankster gang known as the Philharmonic Vampires, whose signature is having those very same implants.
Philharmonic Vampires. Ooh, okay. Prank gang. I don't like that they're called a prank gang. That's making me think of YouTube pranksters. I'm gonna get their asses. Alright. That is interesting. So, if that's the case, I'd imagine that around... This is like rocker boy gigs, so I'm assuming, as someone who IRL has gone to a number of like random pop-up gigs of like punk bands and just like small underground indie people, the places that I, as a person IRL, know them to pop up is usually around like areas that have pits in a way, or small like gymnasium factories. The last one I went to was actually down an alleyway. This is IRL. It was down an alleyway that was covered in graffiti, and there was like this open barn door garage, and I just stumbled upon it at 3 a.m. one night. So I think the best time for live music is from the hours of like 7 p.m. to fuck off 7 a.m. in the morning, because that's the time that rocker boys rock. So
yes,
very specifically, I am going to be heading out towards good old Night City. And I think I'm gonna do some investigating.
Great. You're walking?
I'm walking because Lainsey does not know how to drive well. And so she'll probably just like give like a alright, great ass, heading out. Everyone take care, don't die, don't blow up, don't relocate without me. She'll like be saying it to people around the gate, and we'll give everyone like a really awkward salute. Is gonna start rolling down to Night City.
Okay. Yeah, it's a bit of a walk, of course.
Yes.
But it's not anything that you're not used to. you can see the lines of Militech vehicles, where the occasional like patrols and supply depots that they have set up all along the like perimeter outside of the city, out in the desert, in the outskirts, just watching, waiting for any Arasaka forces from inside the city. You yourself, though, you remain un un what's the word here? No one bothers you.
Undetected.
Yeah, pretty much. As you're making your way to the city, even if someone does see you, you kind of look, the way you do. So like, no one really
Oh yeah.
bothers.
I look a fucking mess, and Lainsey very specifically walks in a way that like is preying on the idea, and like, okay, she has a natural limp. I'm already imagining like that's part of a character I didn't actually write down anywhere, but she does have like a natural limp. But she also does this thing where like she very specifically will just like flick her head up at occasions and will just stare at people passing by in like this kind of way where she just like flares her eyes open and tussles her hair in a way. She is preying on the unfortunate truth that people are almost scared of people who act in any remote ways, like bombastically, which I think is dumb. But yeah, so she does this thing where just every so often she's just like giving them like really awkward toothy smiles, and just like in general making herself like hunched in a way, and just yeah, kind of making sure that her path weaves in and out of alleyways to fit, to just make her seem like someone that people don't want to approach just based on their biases.
Interesting. Can you make an acting roll for me?
Oh yeah, I'm great at acting. I'm not. Wait, I am. I am good at acting. That's a 21 because I
Swag.
exploded. I got a 10, plus 5 cool, plus 3 acting, and the 10 I exploded on was I think a 3. That's what it's saying. I'm using the app, so I got a 21.
Yeah.
Yippee!
Nice. Hell yeah.
I'm so good at this.
Yeah. You've done this before.
Oh, yeah.
And it's something that works. People, there's people who look your way and then very quickly avert eye contact. Some people try to like cross the street to move away from you, but they try to do it subtly so that you don't notice. You notice. Everybody notices.
Mhm.
Even like some of the people who are generally look a bit more likely to approach just randoms on the street, kind of give you a little bit of distance. As you are making your way down into Night City, you're unbothered.
I'm unbothered and moisturized. So I think by the time that she gets past the array of people in like the kind of main area on her way to Little Italy, or not Little Italy, what the fuck am I saying? Little Europe. I'm thinking
There is
of
a Little Italy in Little Europe, though.
I'm thinking of Little Italy in IRL Toronto because I've gone there recently. But on her way to Little Europe, like once she kind of passes away, she's dead. Once she passes by like the wider arrays of people, she kind of just like kind of eye rolls a little bit and is just like, she kind of resets her face to one of, damn, I'm very disappointed in individuals nowadays. I'm very disappointed in people. As she just kind of sighs. She was probably recording that whole time as well. And then she'll just double tap her little eye to turn it off for now as she sighs and is going to start attempting to find clues in Little Europe that might point towards a certain venue, a pop-up gig, something along that lines.
Yeah. What specifically might you be doing?
I think I'm gonna look to see if there are any, like... I'm basically, like, going into alleyways, and I'm looking for, like, punks smoking in alleyways, and looking for, like, groups of crust punks here and there, and I'm looking for other rocker boys, to kind of just, like, track them down.
Mm. Okay, cool. Make a is investigation a skill here? No, that's deduction, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Um,
Because I
either
think I have deduction, I have tracking.
yeah,
Hmm.
deduction or tracking or streetwise. This kind of does sound like streetwise as well, though.
It does sound like streetwise, yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm. Her.
Here's what we'll do. Give me a tracking roll, and then we'll have
Yeah.
that act as a complementary check to
I
um
also, sorry, I'm just checking real quick to make sure that I mentioned it. Uh, okay, no, never mind. Because I was gonna mention at some point that she did grow up in like a shanty town in Little Europe, considering that she comes from a very Irish dominated area. But
hmm.
I mean, because I was like, shit, can I roll that? What was that one thing where it's
No,
like
actually, yeah, there's you didn't
local
I'm
expert?
looking at your sheet. Yeah, local expert. It says your home. Where I think Little Europe works fine for this.
Yeah.
Um, we'll yeah, probably should edit that to say
Yep.
Little
Yep.
Europe, but
Yep. I will.
yeah, actually, let's go make a local expert roll.
Great. Yeah, so I think I turn around and I start headed into the more Irish dominated parts of Little Europe, and I think I've known a couple of like punker areas at this place because I've definitely been in punk groups before. Lainsey has been, so she's gonna turn around and find this little alleyway that's like covered in graffiti, and is going to do a couple of knocks on one of the doors. That's probably like a little tiny code there, and that is a that's a 17.
17. Yeah. Um, yeah. You still know this place well enough to get people's attention, ask them, get their attention and ask them some questions.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh,
Not sure who I stumble upon, but
yeah. I was gonna. Yeah. I was making NPCs on the spot. Always so fun.
any
Um,
I'm just looking for any like punks or rocker boys in the area.
yeah, absolutely. You find there's this little a band that are hanging out in this. You where were you going actually? Um,
Yeah, I was just like around like once again wandering around alleyways looking for punks just anywhere, looking for
yeah,
my good old pals.
yeah. And you know the type this of there's a fucking lot of punk bands and like just like Little Europe and like north side of the Night City. Everybody kind of wants to emulate, like Johnny Silverhand, Samurai, bands like or Carrie Eurodyne, bands like that. So here there's a band, small, like three people, all partaking in, sharing like cans of Smash. There, there's one lady with like a like pink, like sort of like mohawk,
Let's go.
and a like golds, quote unquote golds, in plated cyber arm, and you get her attention, and she says, hey, what's up?
Diadui, my friend. So, hi there. I used to actually. Oh, isn't this funny? You see this one over here? She's gonna walk over to like probably the nearest brick wall, and there absolutely is some graffiti tag that she put there ages ago, and
Nice.
Lainsey is just gonna go. You know, I did that one. Anyways, reminiscing aside, what kind of music you guys playing out here?
We're chromatic metal.
Like metal.
We're we're new. Just right now we're just doing a lot of samurai covers, chipping in, dancing with my axe, that sort of thing.
Yeah, no. I totally get that stuff, starting from the bottom, you gotta climb your way somewhere, especially down in these parts of the town. A real good venue around the area, that kind of steel door over there off to the side, inside there's actually an old YMCA building or so. But there's still a stage in there and everything that they used to do for announcements. It's been completely hollowed out after, however, 20-some years? So, I'd reckon if you guys want to get an audience, you just post up a couple of graffiti tags on the walls and lead people in there. I've known a couple of bands who've performed in there in the past. However, speaking of bands, not to give you guys advice all day, I mean, I'm just a passerby, but, you guys may be new to the area, but, you guys are clearly a connoisseur of good artists. So, you ever heard of this rocker boy? Forgive me, I'm about to have a real struggle with the name here, considering my accent. So, Azazel Rain? Azazel Rain? Azazel Rain.
Yeah.
Azazel Rain.
Azazel.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know him?
Rain.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
no,
the American way of pronouncing it, right?
Yeah, he's, well, I was gonna say, you were talking about the old YMCA building. That's where he's at tonight.
Oh.
We would have been there, but I'm not trying to get murdered,
Yeah, I've been hearing about that. Well, you lot stay safe out here, and what kind of venue you guys are planning on performing at? All these covers, eh?
Yeah, I don't know. We were gonna figure it out after we
Right.
get done with all this, and then she like raises her like little can of Smash. There's still some like yellow foam
Hey,
coming out
righto,
of the top of
friend.
it.
Righto. Yeah, no, I'll be keeping an eye out and, especially an ear out for your guys' music sometime. Thank you so much for the help. You guys aware of, the drops?
She tilts her head, and
I heard that there's,
asks,
those newscasts that, kind of dropped around the area. I know that there's one up 2 blocks drops around every month. You ever pick those ones up?
She frowns and like doesn't seem to recognize it, but another guy, this like bigger dude, no visible implants, but like this, he has like a pink like bass guitar that has a shitload of stickers on it, and he says, "Oh shit, yeah."
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, great. Well,
Love those.
Thank you. Well, she says thank you, immediately blowing the fact that she is the one who does this, even though she tries to keep a low profile on that she is the one who does them. She's just gonna skedaddle on over to that bigger guy and is just going to give like a little cheeky wink at the pink mohawk girl, and is going to walk over to him and just goes, "Well, since you guys helped me out so much tonight, how about what's the name of your band again?"
Oh fuck! Don't ask me to name a band on the spot. Shit.
As someone who is a DM, I love finally getting to do this to other DMs.
God damn it. The bass guitar guy, he says, yeah, we're calling ourselves Ronin right now, because samurai cover band.
Right, Ronin. That's real smart, eh? All right, well, look out for next time, because in the special shoutouts place, Ronin will be there. Sound good?
Hell yeah.
That means y'all better start performing soon.
He like gives you a little fist bump, and says, yeah. Look, if you have I can send you. We could send you like any deets for any upcoming
absolutely
things we got going.
Yeah. Only problem is I am completely off the grid, so you don't actually have any way of contacting me. So okay. So how about this? You see this nice wall here, right where my tag was. She points at her tag from when she used to be a little street kid. Okay?
Hell yeah.
You're gonna take a marker and you're just gonna write them right next to it. And I'll be back.
Yeah.
And I'll get your dates and I'll put them on the next broadcast, eh?
All right.
Great. You've never
Yeah.
seen me. You don't know who I am. You've never seen me in your life. You've never heard anything about me in your life. All right, bye. She turns away.
Absolutely.
Fucks
Yeah,
off.
as you're walking away, you hear the bass guitar guy like turning to his buddies and like starts excitedly like telling them about your broadcast, since they've apparently never heard of it before.
Kids these days
Kids
don't know about the news.
But yeah, you're making your way to the YMCA building.
Yep. I just completely bullshitted that there is a YMCA building. I don't even know if YMCA exists in Cyberpunk, but it does now.
It's 2023 and not 2077 or anything, so it's
True,
only been
true.
defunct for a couple of decades at this point.
Yeah, she's kind of walking through Little Europe. What's it? She hasn't actually. So she comes down here, obviously, for like night crawling purposes and for doing her drops here. What's it? When she grew up here, it was like a complete shanty town, but I think when she was leaving, it was starting to get like over industrialized. What's it looking like nowadays?
Little Europe, it can honestly vary wildly depending on where specifically you go. There's a lot of like the closer you stray like westward, like towards Little Italy, there's plenty of brick buildings, like older, smaller buildings, and sometimes those are charmingly rustic and whatnot. Other times it's more like it's less charming, more obvious mafia front. And as you go eastward, closer towards the corporate center, there's less brick buildings and more like stone or like concrete offices, and it's a little bit less dirty and obviously infested with gangs as as like North Side is. But for all the it doesn't have any like urban prettiness that corporate center has, so it's kind of just like it's almost like characteristically boring when you're not or like in the east side of Little Europe. It's been kind of it's been a little bit gentrified.
Oh. No.
And yeah, there's no or not as much of a mafia or just booster gang presence around here, but there's not as much corporate presence here either. There's just really not much of anything.
She gives kind
And
of a sigh as she's walking through the streets of it, heading towards the YMCA building. I think she's, once again, even though there's like a straight path there, as she's pointed out, I think she's taken a couple twists and turns. Just almost to reminisce and to just look at how things have changed since the last time she's been there. In cities, stuff is always changing. So she just kind of sighs as she wanders through. Is gonna tune her radio ear to pick up on what do I want to try and pick up on, right?
Like police scanners?
Yeah, police scanners, mostly to just see if anything's happened around the area. Like, yeah, she's basically nearest police scanner. Is anything currently happening, or is it clear?
There's you get you hear people, or you hear calls in about things like muggings, and a good few instances of people loitering. Most of the time, whenever somebody responds, whenever one of those responses comes in about responding to a call, it's about the loitering and less so the muggings. One interaction, I guess, catches your mind or catches your attention. The dispatcher calls in. It looks like there's another one of those performances popping up again in the old YMCA center. The vampire kid. Someone want want to go deal with that, we've got the probably going to be some murders again tonight, and then another call comes in, or another response from a cop comes in a few seconds later and says, "Nah, it's got to be a cyber psycho, right? I'm not going to get myself killed for some teenagers in stupid makeup. Just send word up to the C-SWAT team. Maybe they'll deal with it."
I record that.
Interesting. Okay.
I turn it off and I sigh and I just like once again run my like hands over my face, just like, oh fucking A. They're just so blatantly corrupt. And she's just gonna do like a really long sigh and is going to head over to the YMCA building. Right before she does, like as she's turning off the earpiece and like turning off the radio scans, I think for just a second she lingers on her old news broadcasting station. She just hovers for a second on Vertex News. Just a little moment. Just to see if she can hear Finley's voice.
He's broadcasting on some celebrity news tonight. It's mind-numbingly unimportant. Someone's been cheating on someone else.
Does he sound like enthused to be reporting this? Can I tell like his tone?
Human
and
perception.
such? Human perception? Got it. I just gotta real quick go grab my bubble tea because it has arrived. Human perception. That is under empathy? Empathy.
Yes, empathy.
That's not the best. That's like a 13.
A 13.
I'm gonna very quickly
13.
grab my stuff.
Yeah. Can you still hear me when you're going off? Cool. In that case, yeah, 13. It's hard to tell. I mean, that's the idea, right? If when you're putting on that voice, you generally don't want people to know if this job is killing you dead inside.
Yep, I definitely, Lainsey definitely feels that, so I think she just listens to that, and when she flicks it off, she just kind of mutters to herself, "You're too fucking good at that." Just kind of disappointed that she can't tell, because there's also a part of her that's like, shit, have I not been around him for so long that I've forgotten to tell? She sighs, flicks off her radio scanners, and heads to the YMCA building. Is there another entrance besides the main one?
Besides the main one, yeah, it's what do YMCA buildings look like?
God, why did I say YMCA building? This is horrible. YMCA
building. Let's get a look at.
Get a good old gander. That's just a building.
Nice. That is just a building. I don't know what I expected. Yeah, there's definitely like, if you go around to like an alleyway out back or something, there's definitely plenty of old ways inside, and the odds that they're like locked or otherwise prohibited to you, honestly, pretty low.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'll round back to a backside. That counterintuitive what I just said. I'll round back to one of the less inhabited entrances. Do I hear music inside? Has it already started?
You do hear like a performance going on inside. It's pretty heavy. It's heavy, sort of like rock music. Pretty loud from inside. I should get the bot to do something like that.
Yeah.
Play.
The fact that I hear it already on Lainsey just goes, ah, shit. Oh, all right.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Well, I just put on the Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines OST. It'll probably kick into something later. God, I love this soundtrack. I should not have done that. Now I'm just like
Now we're
reminiscing.
vibing.
Yeah. But yeah, the performance has already started inside.
Yep. There's an immediate scrambling from Lainsey. It's just fuck. As she is just like worried in her head is like, oh shit, have I fucking fallen off? Oh god. As she is normally more ready for her to like show up before things happen, but she was not expecting them for them to like start what she considers quite early for a punk band. I mean, what are they doing at like 8 p.m.? They should be playing at like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
If they're real punks. Anyways, so
Literally.
she like opens up that side door and immediately is like turning on her Cyber Eyes camera and is going to take out her other like actual physical camera and what is the interior? So obviously there's a stage and I'm like, what are we talking about in terms of crowd attendance? What are we talking about in terms of the interior once she slams on in?
I think that as you come in, you from that side entrance, you first step into like a locker room, and it's old, very like strong, like mildew sort of like scent. A lot of these lockers have been pulled open for like to like scavenge for whatever might have been left inside. You go up to the other door on the other side and like peer inside the actual primary like YMCA like the main like building, and you can see like a lot of stuff has been cleared out, moved to the side to like make room for the main like crowd like space, and on you see the crowd is yeah, it's pretty big. It's not like a full-on like standing room only. Like this place isn't like packed to the point of being a fire hazard, but there's definitely like a big crowd. A lot of them are like dancing poorly. There's like a mosh pit thing going, but not that much of it though. On the stage, you see there is a band on right now, but they don't have that much makeup. They don't look quite like, it doesn't look like Azazel himself is actually performing right now.
Opening band, I see.
Opening.
Okay. All right. Well, first of all, Lainsey sees the amount of people here and is just going to kind of mutter to herself, talk about die-hard fans.
Yes, most of them.
Considering
are
people
wearing
keep
like
literally dying here.
Yes, most of them are wearing like a lot of black, lot of makeup. They got long, dark hair or like dyed colors. It's pretty young. It's a relatively younger crowd.
Oh, she remembers when that was her. Before, you know, the new sweets kind of picked her up and cleansed her of all everything, and now she's a fucking wreck. So yeah, she is gonna, so she's in this locker room right now, and I think what she's gonna do inside this locker room is going to take her, video camera and is going to set it up on as high as possible to get like the best vantage point of the room. So if there's like a locker itself that she can sit it up on top of, she's gonna try and climb up and put it somewhere, or like in the rafters of the room so that it's pointing down at everything happening in here. Gonna set that up, turn it on, if she can set it up there.
Yeah.
Right.
Are you like trying not to be seen as you're doing this?
Yes.
Okay. Make a stealth roll for me first.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Oh, don't be suspicious. Where is my stealth?
Stealth roll and then add a +1 to it because it's fucking dark in here.
Yeah. No one can see me. It's my stealth. Okay, there's my stealth. Oh, it exploded. That is a 10.
Damn, you're rolling.
Yeah,
you always have such good rolls.
I know.
What is this?
I know.
Yeah, no, nobody's gonna fucking see you.
I'm on that shit.
And I think with how well concealed you are. You feel like pretty confident and like a little more like comfortable to like freely move. If you want to make an athletics check,
Yep.
to like climb and like put your shit in a really good vantage point, do that and then add a
I'm
+1
skittering like
from
a
the
fucking bug right now.
yes.
All right. That's not the best. It's gonna be a 15.
A 15. Yeah.
Skittering.
The 15. You can at least get above head height
Okay.
with
great.
the camera.
Great.
That's
what I'm going
and
for.
set that up. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's not like like some godly bird's eye view type angle, but definitely good visibility here.
Okay, great. I shouldn't have drank from my bubble tea.
We make sacrifices for our bubble tea.
We do. It's very important. So, with the camera set up in there, she is going to head out into the main area where everyone else is dancing, walking, rearranging furniture. And I think what she is currently looking for is going to be if anyone is recording the set or if everyone's just too in-depth on everything right now.
There's definitely a few people in the crowd, kids and whatnot, who have their agents out, or maybe even like dedicated like camcorders and stuff. Camcorders are still a thing in this universe. I get to say that.
Can I?
Yeah.
How do I hack? Can I be?
How do you hack?
How do I hack?
So here's the thing about that. Yeah, that generally that is going to require you to like directly connect to the machine in question. Or at least that's the case with these like smaller devices. Things that don't have like internet like architecture built into them.
Okay.
And even with like full on like net architectures that control things like building camera systems or security systems or whatever, net running is generally a bit of a process since last year when the whole internet exploded, basically.
Because I have a cyber deck, but yeah, okay, never mind. I don't need to hack for now. All right, yeah, because I was like hoping to get more angles by like hacking into the cameras, but that is completely okay. I can work with what I got, aka not much. So I think for now what she is gonna do is she is like trying to blend in, so she's also doing like the woo, yeah, let's fucking go! Right out, alright. Fucking kill it up there, eh? Just like
yeah, I think did you blend into British for a second there?
Yep, she was actively trying to be British though. She's
nice.
that was on purpose. It's kind of her partially disguising her accent and trying to blend in. That was on purpose. I want everyone to know my Irish accent is fucking flawless and I would never turn into a British person ever. Ever. Yeah, so she's like trying to scream in, blend in. She's gonna try and like climb up to a vantage point to watch the performance and also to get a bird's. Once again, she's just climbing shit. She is climbing the walls.
Yes. Cool.
Trying to get as high as possible to get a view of A, the stage, B, the audience.
Okay. Yeah. I think if you go through the crowd enough, and you've got time, considering it's still like opening act and everything, you have time to find your way to like this second floor like sort of like balcony that like overlooks the crowd and the stage with a pretty good view. No one's really up here. No one's like cleared the furniture out. It's very fucking crusty up here.
I love the crust.
You're pretty sure animals have died up here.
Great.
But that does mean that you're not disturbed while you're up here, and you have a solid view of everything down below.
I am gonna take a gander into the audience, and I am gandering for implants and specifically sharp teeth. Or anyone that's looking sus.
Make a perception. That's a roll. Make a perception roll with a -1 because of the darkness. Unless you happen to have IR implants.
I mean, I do.
Oh, you do.
Yeah.
Great.
I have eye
Wonderful.
implants.
Then just make a perception roll then.
Yippee!
Swag.
Yeah, that's a 17.
17. Great. Also, did we just have we covered how luck works, by the way?
No.
That thought just occurred to me.
No.
Because I noticed that you have 7 luck, and we haven't used any luck in either session so far. With luck, this isn't technically the way that it works in the rules as written, but I think the rules as written for this is kind of dumb.
Let's go.
So the way luck works is when you want to add a little something to your roll, boost your roll a little bit, you can declare before rolling
Okay.
that you want to add luck to the roll.
Ooh.
And then you roll, and you get whatever result that you got, and you can then take from your pool of luck, like which is 7 in this case. You can add points to the roll to increase it by
Okay.
however many points you spend.
Okay.
And the trick here is that after declaring that you're going to spend luck on a roll, you have to spend at least 1 point on that roll.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, well, it's too late for that now.
Yeah,
but
too
in
late.
the future.
But in the future, I will be a lucky gamer.
Yes. And that the pool of available luck points that you have resets to the max every session.
Okay. I'm gonna start using that.
Yes. Because 7 is that's virulent.
Mm-hmm. All right.
That'll be fun. Anyways, but with your IR optics, you're able to scan the crowd. And Cyber Eye, you looking around, you see, there's a lot of people who would have sharp teeth, just style-wise in the crowd. And I think you spot you spot some people who have these who are wearing. You spot a couple of people in the crowd wearing tuxedos with cloaks and top hats, and they got little
Hi.
Phantom of the Opera masks.
Who the fuck are you?
They're hanging out together off to one side of the audience, and they're occasionally looking at each other and chatting, and that you see that they have very prominent vampire fangs.
These fuckers are sus. These fuckers are suspicious as hell. Okay, yeah. So my good old cyber eye, it does this thing where her one eye is still looking at the band, but her cyber eye is just gonna look over at these guys and is just going to zoom in, and I'm going to keep the camera on those guys. Yeah, the camera is on them. If they move, I'm following them. I am on their asses. I will rat them the fuck out. I will Chuck E. Cheese in the way that I will rat them the fuck out. Yeah, no, I am just staring at them. Trying, not to be, obviously her one eye, which is the one that is closest to them, is her actual eye, so she's just looking at the band, but her other one is just turned to the side and is glaring at them. So it's a very interesting sight to behold if they were to look up at any point. But I don't trust these guys. Do they have any logos on their clothes besides looking like old Phantom of the Opera people?
They do not. They have. You see that they have canes in their hands. Not the physical disability
I was gonna
support.
say, do they look like they need it?
No, it's the putting on the Ritz canes, the theatrical sort of kind.
Lainsey, who has a limp, is going to roll her eyes at that.
um, and
Box.
you see they occasionally like look up at the band that's like currently doing the opening set at the moment. They occasionally look at that band and then they look back at each other and like kind of like shake their heads, and it looks like they're like talking like kind of like disapprovingly.
Says these fucking suit top hat wearing assholes who probably look corny as shit. These
They do.
vaudeville vampire looking motherfuckers.
Definitely pretty corny.
Oh my god. Yeah. I'm suspicious of these individuals. Oh, part of me also. How long can I discern like how long this set here is probably gonna go?
Make a deduction roll.
Right, I would like to deduce. Also, rest in peace, the music.
I know, right? I was wondering. I'm trying to do something right now about that.
Yeah. Deduction. 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 Oh, I have a plus 14 to deduction.
Hell yeah, max that shit out.
Ooh, yum, 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 yum. Okay, so in total, that was going to be a 19.
19, great. I hope the music come back someday.
Same.
You 19. Yeah. So you breaking down just like how this is all seeming from like Azazel's general popularity, the size of the crowd, the time of night, even like maybe like accounting for like the age of the crowd, and like generally young people will stay up really fucking late, but also sometimes they have like curfews or shit. So this is probably gonna wrap up soonish. With it, yeah, it'll be maybe 15 minutes or a little more than that.
All right, so
And
15
then-
minutes.
Yeah,
Okay.
15, and then like maybe like 20, 30 minutes before Azazel himself comes out for the night and starts his gig.
Okay, so I see these individuals, these nasty people in their vampire attire, and I'm going to immediately like take the nearest route back into that. I want to head back, and I want to reposition my camera from that kind of dressing room area. I don't like where it's at, so I'm gonna like run back in there. I'm gonna grab my analog camera and. It sucks because I want to keep an eye on them, but I really want to reposition my camera. So I head in there, I'm going to grab my camera as fast as possible, and I'm going to run back up to my little vantage point, and I want to position that camera to be facing down at that vampire squad.
Vampire squad. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Great.
You do that. I'm not gonna make you roll for that.
Great,
It's
perfect, yeah.
You're able to get back, scramble back up there,
Yep.
reposition it without too much difficulty.
Yeah, like as she's going, she's like occasionally looking back at the vampire people. She's trying not to like catch their eye per se, so that they realize that she's watching them, but just like she does want to still know where they are. So she keeps looking back, but is going to rush in there, grab her camera, set it back up as best as possible, up on that kind of vantage point, and is just going to. Okay, well, my gut says, but. Be a good journalist, god damn it. And so she's gonna keep her camera there, and she wants to try and find backstage.
Ooh.
Where Azazel will be. Azazel.
Azazel. Yes.
Azazel.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Are you just taking like the most direct route that you would figure would lead you backstage?
Yep.
Okay. Can we get bot, please can I, what if I just tell you to leave?
Is there
Slash
are there prepared actions in this game, by the way?
there are. Yeah, why? What were you going to prepare?
Great. Oh, music's back. Yay!
Yes, I fixed it.
So if anyone, if any guards are there and try to stop me from doing, like, getting back there, I'm gonna casually have my flashbang grenade ready.
Ooh.
I used my smoke grenade last... Yeah, okay, I used my smoke grenade last session, so that one's gone, but I have my flashbang still, so I'm gonna keep that on me, and I'm kind of, like, fiddling with the pin, but I'm kind of keeping it hidden under my relative cloak-like garb as best as possible, and I start heading towards the nearest path towards the back to try and see if I can get backstage and have a nice one-on-one chat with good old Azazel.
So, flashbang grenade, by having it as a prepared action, that's your first resort.
Yep. Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, that is my first resort if someone goes to strike at me or grab me or, like, throw me out in any physical way.
Oh, okay. I was like thinking, like, because like if a guard walks up to you, is like, hey, you can't be back here, you're not just gonna immediately throw a grenade.
If they try and grab me, though, I'm not fucking with them grabbing me. I'm flashbanging them and I'm leaving.
Great. Okay. Yeah. There is a guard here. Big guy. With he's got like a denim jacket on, red, short, like sort of like mohawk, kind of pimply face. And as you're like walking up, like over towards backstage, he like kind of just like puts a hand up and he says, "Hey, Azazel's back there. You can't go back there just yet."
Oh. Sorry, mate. Sorry. I don't know if, there's, like, still music blaring, so she's, like, partially shouting in a way, so, she's just like, yeah, I don't know if they told you, but I'm actually, I'm here for a little interview with him.
He looks you up and down, just with the way that you know, kind of look, and he's like, "You? Seriously?"
She's debating what angle to take here, and if she wants to take the drop route, or if she wants to take her... She's going to go with what is most shocking, because she thinks that this crowd will probably deal with, like, what's most shocking. And, she'll turn to him, and I think she used to, in the news, have her hair up in, like, a ponytail. And so she's just gonna sigh, and is just going to go, "Fucking swear if you don't recognize me." And she's gonna take her hair and she's gonna tie it up into a little ponytail in the back, and it's gonna hold it up, and it's just going to give like a very news person smile, and is just gonna go, "Hi, Lainsey Lorresbin from Vertex News."
Ooh. Ooh. This is interesting.
And then
what
she
are we
just
gonna roll
nods at
here?
him from the side and goes, "Formerly from Vortex News. Now, I am a fan of one-on-one interviews. Especially with people who might be in a little bit of a tussle."
Make a persuasion roll.
Hi, fucker. Hope you recognize me. Right, persuasion. It's so hard to find. Ah, there it is. That exploded. All right.
My God.
Yep. Yep. That is a 21.
Jesus.
Ow, ow.
Your luck will run out someday, I swear.
It will. It will.
He looks at you and says, oh my God, what happened to you?"
She just like, life happened, friend. Right, like I said, I got an exclusive interview, and I would like to get to it on time, alright?
Shit, I guess. Man, look, if you need, like, I got a shower and a can in my bag. If you need something, if you need it,
She, like, gives him, like, a pat on the shoulder and just goes, "Good lad," and is just gonna walk right past him to backstage. And then takes her hair down and ruffles it up again and just grits her teeth.
Wow. Yeah, you make your way around back behind the stage. You see, behind some sort of space that presumably was once used for maybe for something else, but it's been cleared out now. Basically, just there's a big part of this space backstage that's just been reserved for like Azazel's like makeup team, and just like getting him like ready like aesthetically, and you see you see a bunch of people moving about, or a few people moving about to and fro, like with like outfits and putting makeup on this guy sitting in a chair. You see that he has like long dark hair. He's got like a goatee. He's got with a pale face, a lot of like eye shadow and stuff. He's got very shiny black leather like clothing, and he's got like this big tattoo of like an ankh basically on his right arm, on his right shoulder.
Did you inspire this design based on a picture? Because I think I know the exact picture you inspired it off of, if true.
I'm making it up as I go, honestly.
Wow.
But send me that picture, because maybe I saw it and it was like subconscious inspiration.
Yeah.
And you see that he's like speaking to what looks to be like maybe a tour manager or something, and he's like looking at her very intently, and then you see that he is like speaking very intent, like hushed tones to her, and then hands her like a small plastic bag of something.
Hi.
You don't see what specifically.
Oh, damn. Okay.
And she just nods and like runs off.
I make sure the camera at least like zooms in enough to like show the camera on my eye, that is zoomed in enough for people to notice that there is a bag being transferred. And maybe she'll try and check the recording later to see if she can figure out what it is from that, but she definitely doesn't know what's in it right now. And once that's done, she just pushes past like literally everyone. Woman on a mission. People can say hey or whatever to her. She doesn't care. And she's just gonna go, Azazel! 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 My friend, my buddy old pal. Are you ready for your interview? Your pre-show interview? You better be.
A bunch of everybody, like, everyone like turns to you, like looking at you, and there another security guard walks up and starts like reaching out like towards you, but then Azazel puts out a hand. He like raises a hand and says, "Stop. I was expecting her. You can all go." And he like makes a dramatic hand gesture, and waves everybody off, and everyone starts to depart. And Azazel, he gestures to a plastic chair in front of him, and he says, "Come, sit, and we can talk."
He looks around a couple of times like, normally this goes a little bit harder on my end. Why not? Why not? Why not? She'll head over to the chair and she will spin it around so that it's facing like backwards, and she'll sit on it facing forward.
You're
on
like
the backward
AC
chair.
Slatering it.
Yeah, literally. And he just goes, "Well, thank you for the backstage pass, my friend."
Yes, I know that many people want to meet Azazel. And you have an energy to you, and I'm inclined to acquiesce.
Yeah, I'm full of energy. Love energy. Love it. Full of it, man.
You're alternative. You're dark. You're filthy. You're grimy. You're exactly different from the types of people who want to interview me.
Oh, thank you. That's on purpose, you know, I'm trying to blend in with the whole culture of people who are, whatever. I'd get into my whole deal. That's not actually why I'm here. And, you know, since you've taken a liking to me, my aesthetic, and what I'm all about, I'm sure a short interview, you know, wouldn't be any harm.
He looks around and like makes sure that like everyone has like left and says, yes.
Great. All right, my friend. I just want to say that. What do you mean in chat by why is Chance doing the horse voice? What is the horse voice?
The horse. There were when I was playing Vampire the Masquerade with that fella. There were these horses. There were these horses that one of the characters could psychically communicate with, and I gave them all just absolutely insane voices and personalities. This was in a very like dark, like serious game, so it was like a brief moment of levity.
A brief moment of happiness, horse voices.
Yes.
Well, I'm very glad I get to experience the horse voices.
There were other horse voices too.
Ooh, I'm excited. I'm excited to hear more horse voices, hopefully. All right.
Yes.
All right. Well, I won't beat around the bush, my friend. You must be aware of it more than anyone else. The couple, and by couple, I mean quite fuck ton of murders happening at your venues after your shows.
I'm not giving Chat and Nicholas. You gotta wait for that. You want the horse reward.
I'm gonna put in a channel point redemption thing, because I don't have any yet, that's just gonna be you do a Nicholas. I don't know what that means, but I'll make it a reality.
Anyways, you were talking about the murders.
Yes,
right?
Yes. She just brought up the murders immediately.
He says, yes, my dark energies have been attracting similar demonic presences to this plane, to this region, to these people. Unfortunately, there's nothing that I can do about it. But rest assured, I'm not summoning these presences of my own volition.
Yeah, sorry, you say that there's nothing you can do about it, but theoretically speaking, I mean, so a murder happens at every one of your performances, right? If not multiple.
He looks at you and, like, nods.
Have you considered not performing?
He like just kind of like looks at you, smiles a bit, and like kind of like thumbing his vampire like fangs, and says, Militech kills journalists. Arasaka kills journalists every month, every week, every day. Have you ever considered stopping? We do these things
well, here's the thing,
because they
friend.
need...
Here's the thing, my friend. The thing with journalism and the difference between that and music is that, you know, I'm the one at risk here. I'm the one at risk doing everything that I do. I don't have other camera people working for me or those in the crossfire. So the only person that I'm endangering is myself. You're endangering all those other people, but that's not the point. You see, I see you thumbing around at those teeth of yours, my friend, and do you mind moving on to another question there, if we're not going to debate the semantics of what's actually important or not, music or the life of a bunch of different people?
I'm one with my audience.
Great, but you're not fucking dead, are you? Anyways, going on to the next question here. You do have those lovely vampiric fang implants, my friend. Now, forgive me if I'm, you know, jumped in a bit here, because I know that we all have our relations, and then relations change and they go up and down, but what happens to be your current working relationship with the group known as the Philharmonic Vampires?
Make an interrogation roll for me.
Yeah, I got big fucking interrogation. I'm a fucking newscaster. Fuck you. That's a 17.
Ooh. 17. And he says, yeah, I used to be one of them. And well, I wouldn't say that I've quite cut my ties with them yet. We work together, and you may have even seen some of their number out among the crowd amidst my audience. But I myself am no longer quite in the same level of membership that I once was. The vampires are well-meaning, but sometimes when it comes to bringing about real change, real passion, they don't always have what it takes. I don't hold that against them, but I want to be here on the stage, bringing my energy out to these people.
Were you aware that at least one of the murders that happened at your venues was done with the telltale bite of vampiric fang implants? You know, vampiric fang implants that both you have and the Philharmonic vampires have? Do you have any comments on that, my friend?
Do you mean to suggest that it was one of us who did it? No. The vampires, they're good people. They don't take life, not unless theirs is threatened. They'd never do something like this. And no. My fans, I care more about them than my own life. He thinks for a second, and he says, and if, well, I don't think that the victims are always my fans anyways. He turns and he like looks at you and he says, I have a theory, if you don't mind me sharing it with you.
Of course. I mean, I'll never turn down a testimony from someone directly involved in it. I mean, it's not official testimony, it's more of a theory, as you said, but, shit.
He pops open a mini fridge right next to him, and takes out like a brightly colored can, and offers it to you. You want some Smash?
I'll take it.
He says, we give this out for pretty much for free at the shows. It inspires a feeling of connectedness amongst all of us, and it inflames our emotions. It lets us embrace.
She reaches out and she puts a hand on his shoulder and she gives him a nice look in the eye and says, "Listen to my accent, friend. I know what Smash does. You really don't have to explain it to me. You get pissed off drunk and you have a good time. That's all." She opens it up and just...
Are you taking like a full-on like drink from it, or just like a little sip?
I am, no, I'm straight up, like, from the side, I'm going to pierce the can with my teeth, and I'm going to start shotgunning it.
Fuck yes. He pauses from his, like, whole dark monologue, whatever, to be pretty impressed by that. For the next 4 hours, if you look up Smash, you get, for the next 4 hours, you get a +2 bonus to a bunch of your, like, social skills, like dance, contortion, contortionist, I think persuasion, other skills as well.
I flash him a grin as I finish the shotgun. I'm like, I've been around this neighborhood, my friend. You don't gotta over-explain it to me. All I'm here for is not the long monologues, I just want to know your theory. So you're saying that a fair bunch of people come here for the Smash. Now that's reasonable. This is good shite.
Exactly.
It's actually kind of shit tasting, but whatever. Buzz is still the same anyways. Go on.
So you're familiar then with how likely it'll be that smash heads will come from all around to my shows just for the free drinks. They're not always actual fans of mine.
Does a duck swim in water? Yes.
And since I can only attend to, since I and my limited staff can only attend to so many people at once, I have to instruct my people to stay far away from those types. We focus on my fans, the ones that wear black and makeup and have vampire teeth, not so much the ones that look like you.
I'd say offense taken, but I really don't mind right now. So, you're saying that it's very much likely that the people who were getting killed off were people who weren't part of your little tight-knit community. And
Yeah.
your tight-knit community happens to have a number of distinguishing features, including that of sharp vampiric teeth. Is that correct? Allow me to present a possible theory for you. I know you say that the vampires, these Philharmonic vampires, and can I be correct in assuming that they're mask-wearing, top-hat-wearing, suit-wearing sons of guns?
He nods.
Oh, that makes sense. So, people outside your little inn club are the ones dying. Why would that be? I'm sorry, but could you follow me for just a second here on this this theorizing tangent? I mean, theorizing doesn't exactly mean that it's the truth, but just an interesting thing to think about is that you're saying it's not your fans who died, which is fair enough, well enough. I mean, your staff are looking out for your fans, but are they watching what the fans are doing after the shows, or in the midst of them? Are you not at all concerned that it's your fans killing the ones outside of your little club here? Just saying, your group has the vampire fangs, and the ones who are dead has the bite marks lunged in their neck.
He nods and says, I won't deny the possibility of bad actors in our midst. I try to cultivate a healthy relationship with the darker side of our humanity and our emotions, but I understand that we're playing with fire. I think that perhaps you're right. Perhaps one of my supposed fans has taken things too far and now is taking advantage of the nature of the people left behind after our shows to commit these murders.
I have a question for you. Where do you go after your sets are done? Just in terms of, like, once it's done, do you stay backstage?
No. I go home.
Home. And, would you do me a favour, my friend? I mean, obviously I'm coming at this from a journalistic point of view, so I'm not exactly a detective, but I would really like to get a full enlightened picture on everything. And I'm trusting you, mate. I am trusting the fact right now that it's not you. You know? I'm giving you that trust. So, I would like, you to perhaps get some full evidence to, at the very least, clear your name on the situation. I'll give you my agent contact number, or I'll make you a contact of my agent. I don't know how this works. And I want you, from the time that this show is done to the time that you get home, to be on a call with me. You want to get fully ruled out from the picture, then I need
alibi.
proof. Yeah. I'm willing to give you an alibi. to at least get the cops off your arse if they ever do start trying to look into this. I doubt they are, but just saying, the more this keeps happening, and especially if the news starts picking up on it, which she looks down for a second and thinks back to the celebrity gossip that was being broadcasted earlier and sighs and just goes, look, it'll at least cover your name.
He thinks and he nods and says, "That sounds like a wise idea."
Great. I guess I'll put him on as a contact or so. I'll give him my burner phone to put his number into.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and add that to your like list of contacts
Yeah, Azazel Rain.
and your agent.
Rain, organization, use position rocker boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Relationship, neutral. Details, performer. Yippee!
Yay.
There he is. He's in my phone next to Finley Stone.
I keep looping the same song over and over, by the way.
That's okay. That's okay.
It's fine because I love this song.
It's a great song.
And
right. She pockets her flip phone and just goes, alright, so I've only just heard of these rumors of the murders happening very recently. So I'll have you know that it is reaching the outer walls of the city. This is becoming quite widespread. Sure, people are going to start picking up soon, so for the sake of you to be able to continue playing, I think it's best we try and figure this one out. So, very happy that you're working with me on the phone thing, but since, you know, you've been around for all of the murders, considering they've been happening at your venues, have you seen any of them actually happen, or have they all been, like, while you've not been looking?
No, they happen a good bit after most of the crowd has dispersed.
Great. Have they been happening inside the venue or out of the venue?
Typically in alleyways and isolated spaces near the venue, shortly afterwards.
Great.
After the gigs.
Right. So, I suppose, do you have any more information for me? I could help with this little story of mine.
Maybe if you find my tour manager, she could tell you more.
All right. Where do I find her?
Her name is Dana. You might find her out among the crowd, mingling with the audience. She likes to help work up audience participation. I'll let her know that you're coming.
Right. Sounds good. I'll do that then. Give her a heads up that I'm coming to find her. Hopefully I'll get some information from her. Thank you for your cooperation, my friend. Let it be known that no matter what, the truth will be found.
He looks at you and he says, "No doubt. Now, if you'll excuse me."
Right, you got a show to put on.
He stands up and starts making his way to the stage.
I'm sure it'll be a killer performance. Really, if you didn't want murders to happen, you could just not perform. She's muttering to herself at this point. And she'll turn on her heel and she'll head on out to the crowd again and is going to start looking out for his tour manager.
Yeah, you get right before Azazel goes out to the stage, you get a text on your burner phone from him. This one is Dana's number.
Great. All right. Dana's number. I will register that to my phone. Dana, what's her last name?
Dana. I can't say to her.
Dana Lynn on the violin.
Nicholas. Nichols.
Dana Nichols. I love that. All right.
Yeah, no, Nicholas without the A.
Zazel's band tour manager. Great. I will add that to my contacts and I will give her a good old ring, eh?
Yeah. You ring her up. It's pretty loud in here, so it's a little bit difficult to hear her.
Yep.
But it doesn't sound like there's any crowd on. It doesn't sound like there's much of a crowd on her end, though.
Yeah, she's like doing this.
Yeah, and you for a second you hear Dana like speaking to somebody else, and like, no, not yet. Just give me a sec. Let me just get this call. Hi.
Hi, Dana
Who's this?
Nichols. Oh yes, this is this is Paradise. I'm actually a news reporter, and I just did an interview with Azazel himself, and he gave me your number to give you a ring, because I'm gonna come find you in just a second. I have a couple of questions for you regarding, the whole situation happening at these venues, eh?
Oh, sure. No, look, hey, just give me a second. You'll get it in a second, okay? God, no, yeah, I'm not in the building right now. I'll be there in a second. I'll come find you. Don't worry about it. Just stay where you are, okay?
All right. Sounds good. I'll talk to you in just a moment. As the stage manager, you should probably also be here quite quicker, considering he's about to go on. Make sure that nothing fucks up. But I'm sure whatever you're up to is quite important.
Yeah, very. So, let me just get back to it, okay? Just stay where you are. Don't. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll get you. I'll come find you.
All right. Sounds
Thanks.
good. All right. Bye. Oh yeah, that's some shady shit. She's so... Lainsey is so nosy. She's not sure if she's gonna be able to find her, but... so it sounded like there wasn't much of a crowd. Did it sound like it was indoors or outdoors?
Make a perception check? Yeah, let's say perception. Or no, deduction.
I'm deducing.
Deduce it.
Deduce. 22.
22. It sounded like she was outdoors. You could hear you think you heard like something that sounded like like a car passing, and she didn't sound like she was like echoing the same way that she would be if she was like indoors somewhere.
Yeah.
So she might be like street side or something.
Cool. I am going to completely disregard what she told me, and I am going to attempt to, at the very least, I'll give a little peek outside just to see if I can find her on a quick glance between like the two nearest alleyways.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make a. No, I don't think that needs to be a roll. Like, just give me a sec to queue up or to put us back on the
Sounds good.
some other music.
Yeah, of course. The song is so good, though.
It is, but now if we're going outside,
I know.
What was I even using a second ago? Aha.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna get a cheese string.
Nice.
I got 2.
There we go. Okay. So you look out to the nearest alley. Looking around, you don't see any sign of Dana. But you make a perception check for me.
Yeah, of course. Is there a suspicious bag? It's perception, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. So hard to find. Ooh, that was not good. That was a 12.
A 12? Okay. Yeah. You don't it's hard to like hear anything because of the concert right behind you, and it's a little bit difficult to see with the darkness of the alleyway.
Yeah.
but as far as you could tell, there doesn't seem to be anything in here. If you want to, you wanted to look in the other alleys as well, right?
Yep.
You could either go cross back through the building for that, or you could like just step out of the building and like go around the back of the YMCA center and
I'm gonna go
make your way
around
to
the
the other alley.
back.
Okay. You do so,
Mhm.
and yeah, you make your way through the alleyway. Lot of trash bags out here, some of which are open. No one's really coming by to pick all this trash up mostly. And you imagine that after the concert, the situation's really only going to get worse with no one really coming by to clean up an abandoned YMCA center.
Aw.
And you make your way around to the opposite alley on the other end of the building.
Mhm.
And you see a few figures, like kind of like silhouetted against the the darkness of the alleyway. It looks like you see someone's like legs poking out from like behind a dumpster, like someone's like maybe reclining against the dumpster or whatever. And then you see two more people pressed up against the wall. It kind of looks like they're making out.
Ah, nice. Yeah, I want to give like a courtesy glance. I'm gonna have my little eyeball camera is gonna record, you know, for the smut section of the. No, it's not real. But I'm just gonna do like a courtesy like waddle on by, like, because no, she did see me when she was walking off. Okay, she'll probably, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna walk by and just like give like a little whoop to see if any of them are her.
As you get closer, things come a little bit more into view.
Mm-hmm.
And you see that the person who has that there's two people that are pressed up against the wall there, the man and a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And you,
Gross.
as you get hetero, disgusting. But as you get closer, you realize that they are not making out or kissing or anything
shit.
at all.
Oh no!
Yeah, the man is very much like biting down into the just like right on that the woman's face.
Oh, holy shit! Yeah. So I round this corner and I see that, and have they noticed me?
Are you trying not to be noticed?
Yeah.
Or were you trying not to?
Yeah, I'm just trying to like, wander on by. I'm gonna roll this with luck. Smile.
Okay.
Oh, of course I explode on that. That's okay. I will add 1 point of luck and make it a 21.
Great. Let me make a counter roll then. That's not gonna make it. You see, you get a little you can get a little closer without being detected.
Mm-hmm.
And you see that you recognize the woman that is being snacked upon at the moment as very much definitely appears to be the tour manager Dana, who you saw earlier. You saw him earlier with or saw her earlier with Azazel, and you see the person who is biting down like hard on her face. You hear like meat squelching and bones like kind of like starting to crunch a little bit, and you see the back of this person. He has like long red he's like red curly hair that like kind of like comes out like very like wild and frazzled like to the sides, but he's like kind of like bald on top, with like pale skin.
Not the monk look.
It's more like well, I guess you'll understand in a second. But you see that he's wearing like baggy clothing, and you can like make out like it's like white with like a lot of like polka dots on it. And he has these like long like flat like very like big, oversized shoes.
Is this a clown?
It looks like he looks like a clown.
Not the vampire clown! No! No! This is a scary day in the fucking circus. Oh god. Oh, I was expecting more punk vampires, not vampire clown. Oh god. I think Lainsey's expression is just like pure shock and confusion. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, no. Fuck your life, Bing Bong. Bozo Nation, it's Bozo! It's Bozo cursing ones. Alright, yeah, no, I don't trust that shit. Fuck you. Fuck this clown in particular. I am going to just... Fuck you, flashbang.
Flashbang. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, yep. Lainsey, just goes, fuck this, and then it's gonna close her eyes and chuck her flashbang. So they have to be a, DV-15 resist torture and drugs check.
Okay. And I'm assuming that you're trying to throw it so that it doesn't land on you.
Yeah, I want to blind the clown.
Okay.
I would like to blind the clown. Do I have to roll for that in any way? Action, throw.
Yeah, pretty sure you do.
Action. Okay. Okay. All right. So I have exploded once again.
God, how do you keep doing this? What? My God. That is insanity.
It's still not that good. That's like just a 15.
A 15?
No, it's a 16. Sorry.
16. No, yeah, you're good. You're good. As you speak, and as you do, the clown quickly he like pulls himself off of his victim and like turns to you, and you see him like look at you, and he's got blood all over his mouth, and he just smiles for a brief second. And you see like he's got a big red nose, more red now, I guess. And he smiles briefly, but then the grenade goes off, and let me make that check real quick. Ruh-roh. You see he turns away from the flashbang at just the last second, and
fuck off.
It goes off, and he's like kind of like cringing for a second, but then he just like looks back at you, and
I have my stun gun out. I am aiming it at him actively.
His smile just gets gets wider and wider, and eventually his jaw just like straight up unhinges. And you see he has long fangs, but with his mouth, like his smile is like spreading almost like literally ear to ear. You see he has like 3 separate sets of fangs.
No, fuck you!
In different sections of his mouth.
FNAF 3 looking bozo, FNAF 4 looking bozo. That's the fucking game.
Make an initiative roll for me.
Hammy, I'm scared. That's a 16. I'm scared. Thank you for the kiss.
16. Okay. You're going first.
Okay, great. Yeah, I turn around and I have my stun gun like already aimed right at this guy, and I am shooting the clown. Clown. No fucks given. Fuck you. Get out of here.
Yep.
Does he look like he has armor on?
Doesn't look like it.
Okay.
But I mean, appearances can be deceiving.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll make an aimed shot at his head with Hi. You're so sweet.
Cute dog.
You're being
Aim shot at his head.
Yeah, aim shot.
Okay.
Yeah, aim shot at his head. with luck, question mark? Can I do that?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. Yippee! Okay, so I'm going to add... Sir.
DV is 13, so you got to beat that.
Okay,
and then
13.
you have a -8 to your check, of course.
Stun guns are actual electric ones, or are they the one where they just fire up? They ask...
That's up to you.
Okay. I'm imagining it's actual electricity, personally. So that's me. Okay, so Okay, yeah, I'm only gonna add +1 luck. I didn't need it. I got a 17. So plus the
Okay.
1 luck is gonna be an 18.
All right.
So I turn around, I
Hang
see
on.
all of these like lines and lines and lines of jaws, and Lainsey just goes, "Nope, fuck you," and is gonna turn around with the gun and is just going to try to aim for like inside the mouth at this point, because it's just such a wide open shot. It's giving her a reminder of those carnival games where you have to throw a beanbag into a giant clown mouth. So she just turns around and just zzz, right there.
Okay. Roll 3d6.
Oh yeah, I forgot that I got to do my damage. 1, 2, 3. That is 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage. Okay. Whatever, everything that gets through that armor is going to be doubled. So let me do basic math here. Okay. Yeah, you fire it once and then that goes straight to his head, and he starts to like freeze up and like jolt up a bit. And it's a rate of fire 2 weapon, so you can make another attack.
Okay. Can I use my movement before I make the second attack?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I do that, and while this clown is kind of stunned in place, I'm going to like rush over to where what's her name? Sorry, I just forgot it. To Dana. I'm gonna run over for Dana, and I'm just going to like. Is there any way I could just like grab her and kind of just like chuck her out of the way of danger, or start dragging her away?
You can. I think as you run up to her, he's very much dead. She looks very dead.
Oh shit! Yeah, I see that. I run up to her and I'm like, "All right, come on! Oh, come on!" And I just like, "Oh, get the fucking, I didn't really expect to run into a fucking clown today, you fucking bozo. So, excuse me, but what the fuck?" And she turns around and she pops another bullet towards him. Yeah, I'm gonna do another aimed shot. I'm not gonna add luck this time. Oh, but I should have. That's a 12. L.
12.
L plus
L.
ratio.
Major L.
Huge, massive, unfortunate L.
Yeah, I think as you get very, as you're running up to Dana, you end up very close to him, and as you bring the stun gun up to hit him again, he like kind of like pushes it out of the way,
Nope.
and he looks at you and smiles, and he says, "I was hungry."
Yeah, that's
And
not a fucking
he's-
excuse for murdering people in cold blood, you fucking... Oh my god!
No. I didn't want food. I didn't want food. I wanted the same thing that I've been feeding off of all these last few weeks. Fear. You look scared. You look scared. Are you scared?
I'm just like fucking confused. You're... What?
Look at this. And you just shot him 2 times and thrown a flashbang at him.
Bruh.
He's looking at you like you're his best friend. And he leads you over to the person over behind the dumpster, and you see it looks to be like a homeless person. Who has also been very much brutalized, and has a very bloody like neck and like chest and sort of like jaw area.
He's not attacking me right now, though, right?
No.
Okay, as he's leading me over, I'm like, okay, for the last few weeks, have you been the one at all of these concerts?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I've actually, that's real That's actually real helpful, my friend. Just one more question as you're going to be showing me whatever the hell you're showing me right now. My friend, you happen to have any accomplices, not accomplices, but friends who are also indulging in these fine treats that you're having, or is it just you?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's the best part.
That's
That's
real
the
funny.
best part.
Yeah.
It's the best part.
Yeah,
Look,
what's the best part?
look. And he leads you over to that homeless person who he's also murdered. And you see the bag that was the little bag that the tour manager, that Azazel handed the tour manager earlier. It is in that homeless person's hands.
Joker powder.
That's the thing. It's coke. It's synth coke.
Okay. I thought you were about to. Okay, do you know the fucking show Gotham? There's literally a powder in it that turns people into the Joker. I thought you were about to hit me with fucking Joker powder.
No Joker powder.
I'm so scared.
He says, "Look at this." That's
synth coke.
It's, you know what it is? It's bait.
I just said that it's synth. Excuse me, what?
It's bait. They take that. They take They take the sugar. The sugar.
It's not sugar. That's not sugar.
The booger sugar.
Not booger sugar.
You know.
Yeah, no, I know that it's sometimes called that, but that's not sugar in this scenario.
You bring that little lady over there. She brought all these little fishies out into these little dark corners and alleyways, and then she ran away before I could get here. Made sure that they were all strung out and unconscionable.
That's not a word, my friend.
Appetizing.
Okay.
He tenderized them for me.
Yeah, that's great. Tenderize them as here, a nice dry aged steak. That never hurts a person except when it does. Okay, friend. Well, this has been quite the change in developments. That's not exactly what I was expecting when I came out here for a nice old show tonight. But, you've really enlightened me on the practice of picking off blokes from nice old concerts there. Has this been happening every show? Has she been just trading out coke for you and, for these people for you to pick off? And
she always ran away before I could thank her.
I know. It's real uncomfortable. And is that how you thank people? She gestures to her body.
I give him a little kiss.
It's a little kiss. Yeah, no, it's a little peck on the cheek.
And then everybody gets scared, and it's very funny. Look,
yes.
Have you seen it? Have you seen it? All those people in there, they're so scared. They're gonna get, like that. But they keep coming.
Murdered. Yeah.
They're so
funnily
funny
enough,
like that.
funnily enough, and I hate the fact that I'm actually connecting you with some level here. But if they really didn't want to die, they probably shouldn't go to the concert. But considering the trend, but my friend, I am not on your side here because what you've done is you've murdered a bunch of people who are just trying to have a good time, and well, fuck. You got those
You're
vampires.
not on my side. I thought you were. But I thought you were.
I give him an almost sympathetic look because I'm gonna look to see what is the expression that he carries when he is laughing and being giddy. Is it just is it the expression of, does he have cybernetics besides the teeth, first of all?
It kind of looks like most of his, at least from what you've seen at a glance so far. If you want to make a check to get more in depth about it, you can. But from what it seems so far, his cybernetics are very, very heavily concentrated around his mouth. Like the way that it splits open and unhinges and all the shit that he has in there. It's very mouth focused. And make a perception or either a perception roll if you're looking at his tech, or a human perception roll if you're trying to analyze his mood.
I'm trying to see empathetically. I am just attempting to see when he is talking about this this silly times, the funny times he's having with people. Does he just genuinely look like he doesn't know what he's doing? Is that a genuine thing? That's what I'm looking for. And I don't think I'm gonna succeed that. I got a 12.
12? You have no idea. It's kind of hard to look at his facial region to
All right,
empathize, to
yeah.
properly get that emotional gauge.
Oh, mate, I, for the time being, I'm on your side, okay? We're friends, we're good old buddy pals, eh? I just want to know a couple of quick things, you know, to better understand the operation that we're running here, okay?
You sound like you you sound like a news anchor.
Ah, you know, it's funny, I actually get that one a lot, eh? Did you tend to watch the news, you know, a couple of years ago?
Who watches the news?
I know, right? Who does anymore? I mean, what are they actually reporting on over there, eh? No, I'm not a news anchor. I'm just someone who I'm like,
Are you recording? Are you recording? You should show people. You should show people.
Yeah, I am recording right now. Is there anything you wanted to say to the camera, my friend?
He starts like walking closer to you a little bit, and like his mouth is doing the thing again where
If
it just
if he puts his hands
to,
on me, ready to action to shoot his ass with the stun gun again.
yeah, it's like his mouth is like splitting apart, and like going
Easy,
like
mate.
this like literal ear to ear grin, and his mouth starts to like unhinge a bit again, and he just says y'all should run. Y'all should run. You should run
Run from what?
from me. And as he starts laughing, and he like lunges at you.
I shoot him with the stun gun. I ready that action. Fuck you. Unless we're still in initiative.
Make an attack action.
All right.
Make an attack.
Okay.
We are in initiative, but
Okay,
make an
23.
attack action, and then and 23. Yeah, definitely hits. Roll damage for that. And then also make an evasion roll.
Yep. 23. Okay, that was an 11 for damage, and my evasion is going to be... Evasion is in combat, right? Yep, it's in combat.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 15 evasion.
15 evasion. Ba, 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 ba.
I'd like to imagine that the stun gun makes a very similar noise to the charge rifle in Apex. So like that doom kind of noise.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that thump goes off, and Lainsey just like jumps to the side like...
Yes.
Ugh.
You narrowly evade as he like leaps at you, and he like stumbles to the ground, and his electricity like sort of like coursing through his body, and he just like turns and looks at you, and you still have your movement this turn.
Yeah, I do. Think. I'm backing up as like far as I can, and as I am backing up, I'm just like, "Why are you doing this, eh? You got a reason for this? Is there a reason you don't like Azazel, or is it really just the venue? Is it just a good opportunity for you? Do you not like people who
It's so funny.
It's so funny.
It's so funny.
Why don't you enlighten me on what's funny about it?
They keep coming back.
Right.
And as Azazel, he keeps just giving these people to me, and they keep coming back. It's a symbiotic relationship. Isn't that so?
Who gave you your cybernetics? You had to have gotten them from somewhere. Where you come from?
He like kind of like he gets up and he starts walking towards you again. And he's like honking his nose, and he's like tapping his big clown shoes on the ground. And as he's doing that, you can see his pant legs kind of like jump up and down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that his clown shoes, they actually kind of like meld seamlessly into his ankles, and you realize that those are just his actual feet. And he says, "It's us. We're the bozos. We're all like this.
All like there's
funny. We're funny.
There's other ones?
We're yeah. We're everywhere. We're all over the city.
Everywhere. What do you mean? Are you all clowns? Is this just a collective of funny little guys?
Yeah. Exactly. We're everywhere. We're
Great,
everywhere.
great,
Look,
great.
we're behind you.
I turn around.
There's no one there, but he starts cackling, just like this is the fun that's the funniest thing in the world. He said, "I made you look."
Oh, fuck this guy. Do I still have a second attack, or is that my turn?
Yeah, you should still have a second attack.
Great, I turn around and I stun gun him. Fuck off. Fuck you. Get out of here. Not aimed. That's 17.
17. That'll hit.
Okay, that's another 11 damage.
11 damage. Okay. Okay. Yeah, he's like just like really kind of like jittering almost uncontrollably now. And he says, "You're being so mean to me. I just want to give you a hug."
Not really a touchy person, my friend.
Please.
No.
Are you still filming me?
Yes.
Are you gonna show everybody? Are you gonna show everybody what I did? The fun we had tonight?
She tentatively is going to like partially lower down her stun gun, hearing that he's kind of starting to almost what sounds like panic, and she is just going to damn. She's not sure if it's connected, but she has to at least make sure people getting plucked off the street and being turned into cyber psychos or like cyber psychos and homeless people being plucked off the street and being messed with by Arasaka is something that she just figured out yesterday. So just in case. What do you know about the Arasaka Corporation? Does that name mean anything to you?
He kind of like looks around, like kind of confused looking, and he says, is this a joke? Is this a joke? Are we doing a setup here?
Yeah, it's a funny joke, and you know the real punchline. If you really want to make this joke land, you're going to tell me. Where'd you get your prosthetics? Where'd you get all the cyberware? Who were you before this?
Me.
Do you remember?
I was nobody. I wasn't fun. I wasn't funny. I was boring. The bozos found me. They took me in, and not some suit, some cold collar suit wearing corpo.
Right.
It's just us.
Then who are the bozos?
We're the funniest. We're the funniest people in Night City. Not the vampires with their stupid little pranks and their stupid little their suits and their top hats. Not the Juilliards. Not those weird little mimes. It's us. We're the funny ones. That's us, right? We're funny.
You're real funny.
Right?
Yep. You're the funniest. I'll give you that.
And you're gonna show everyone how funny we are. You.
You know what? I will. Okay?
Yay! Okay. Well, I don't want to get electricified anymore. So I'm gonna go. And he takes this he takes out like one of those like hook chains that get used to like pull people off stage in like cars and stuff. And he takes it, pulls it around his like chest, and he like yanks himself out like with it, and he pulls himself like down the alleyway out of sight.
Damn! I was gonna see if I could hit him on the way out with a heavy melee weapon, but is he just gone?
Unless if you want to pursue him, you could.
I want to stun gun shoot him again if he's running away. Shush! Stop barking! Shush! Yeah, can I pursue him to at least shoot him one more time? I don't like him running around. Yeah. Is that
make an attack check?
an attack check? Okay.
Yeah.
So just an attack?
Yeah, as you round the corner, you see him like running, like very very comedic, very comical, and his flat feet like kind of like flapping against the ground.
Right, okay. I think I think what's gonna happen is she's gonna just like turn the corner as best as possible, is gonna load up her stun gun, is gonna try and shoot it again. Shut your butt. Shut your butt. Be quiet. My dog is barking and I don't know what he wants. Shush. Shush. Hang on. What do you want? What do you want? Oh. It's food time, but it's not food time. Alright. So yeah, turn the corner, shoot him, attack roll. That is gonna be... Oh, he exploded! That's a 27.
27. Okay. Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Roll damage for that.
Yeah. Fuck you. Get back here, you stinky clown. Right. Oh my god, what is with the 11s today? That's an 11.
An 11. Okay. Yeah, you see him like seize up again. And like he kind of like starts like almost like dancing around a little bit as the stun gun hits him in the back. But he like starts to like shake it off, and he like regains control of himself. And he like looks back at you and is like, "I'm being so nice. Stop being mean." And
You killed multiple people.
He raises his like fist up towards you, and then you see his like forearm unfold, and a barrel like pops up out of it and fires something in your direction. A big metal canister. The canister lands on the ground in front of you, and it like rolls a little bit, and then a little flag pops out of it. It says "bang" on it.
You just hear,
and then
oh,
it explodes.
Shit. Yep, there's just like an, oh, fuck. And then...
Make an evasion roll.
I'm running for my life from fucking clowns. It's a 10. I'm out.
10.
Bye.
Okay. I get to make some rolls now. You're gonna have to give me a second here. Range. Let's see. Hang on.
I didn't know this was gonna turn into clowns.
What's your stopping power on your armor?
Ooh. Let me see. The stopping power is 4 out of 4.
4. Okay. In that case, you take 20 damage.
Ooh, that is half my health. Oh my god. Bye.
The bomb, it explodes into this like bright purple like there's a huge like cloud of like a shrapnel that's just force that sends you like flying back, and spawning from that the grenade site is this big like purple like cloud. And there's like a little like confetti noise.
Yep, I like slam against the wall like fuck. Yep, she's looking fucking rough. That was half her health. She's like,
you are now that would put you in seriously wounded, which means that you have -2 to any of your actions.
Yep. Her
until
eyes
you
are like
get unwounded.
fogging over. She's like partially on the ground, just like coughing her lungs up. Is that his whole turn, or?
You see him dive into a waiting clown car.
A clown car. Yeah, I think all I want to do with my turn is use as much movement as possible, and just like her eyes are like kind of trying to shut because it's so much strain and stress and like all the obvious like the smoke from the grenade and such. But she's like gonna pry open her camera eye to see if she can just get a license plate of the car.
A clown car does not have a license
No!
plate.
Well, I'm at least getting a look of the clown car.
You you try to like stumble forward, and yeah, and get a look at like sort of like the back of the clown car. You don't see a license plate, but you do see like there's like a bumper sticker that says honk if you're horny. And
God fucking damn it. I hate these guys.
But the car speeds off into the night.
Something. She like stumbles up against the wall and just like takes a long like she stumbles back throughout the alleyway towards the two dead bodies and does what she did in the first session with the dead bodies she found, which is get a look at all of the injuries and then stops recording and just like slumps up against the wall and just Has the music inside kept going?
It does seem to have kept going. The also, if you want to make a first aid check to stabilize yourself, which will begin the like healing process, that's a DV. That's a DV 13.
A DV 13. So what do I have to roll for that?
Yeah, first aid.
First aid. Got it. First. Where is that? First aid. That in. Where is that? Technique.
That's under technique.
Oh, I got a 1. No. Reverse explosion. I got a 2.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, you don't really have the right supplies to treat this kind of injury right now.
Fuck.
And furthermore, I mean, with the -2 penalty as well, for being seriously wounded, yeah, you're just not in any state to fix yourself up right now. You're probably gonna need blight or something.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Okay. Yeah, she like slowly gets up against the wall. She's gonna go like, fucking vampire clones. Is she in like the problem is that she has to walk back. Is she in like any state to even do that?
You're still conscious. And you're fucked up. You're hurting severely, but you are still able to like do things.
Yep.
And you thankfully you didn't take any critical injury from the blast.
Okay, yeah. So I think with like bleeding and just generally like knocked fucking silly all over the place, she is just going to slowly but surely head back inside the venue, is gonna collect her camera, and is just going to cough up probably a bit of blood onto her hand, and once she like gathers her equipment again, turns off the recording, slips it shut, and just she'll open up her burner phone, send a text to Azazel, and is just going to go, before your next show, we're gonna talk. Found the culprit. And then she sends that text and then pauses and is just going to pull off the band-aid, and it's gonna go, Dana Nichols is dead in the alleyway. Sorry, mate. Have a good show. Is the last thing she'll text. And she flips her, I'm imagining it's a flip phone. She deserves a flip phone as a treat. She flips the phone shut, and stumbles out of the venue, into the alleyway, and is dreading the prospect of having to walk home right now.
Oh yeah.
Guess she's gonna try and figure. Is there any loose? Yeah, I think she's gonna have to research more on the bozos back at fucking bozos. I can't believe this shit. They're clowning around. Ah. Yep. So she turns off her audio recording and her eye recording. Blood everywhere in the alleyway, just purple explosion. She passes her way through that back onto the streets and just hey. Well, that should at least be enough. She's debating right now on the words that that clown said to her of who watches the news nowadays, especially hers. There's people dying at these concerts, and now that she knows that there are multiple clowns behind these activities, and the cops aren't paying any attention to it either. She doesn't like when there's just like dangers happening out there. When if it was just talked about and not pressed under the rug, if there were just a couple more security guards, maybe some just people guarding the outside, that these people could easily be maybe given help. She's not sure what to think about these bozos so far, considering how modified. She's wondering if they're close to becoming cyber psychos at this point. Wondering as well if they might become easy marks for the Arasaka Corporation. Kind of bouncing her leg up and down in the alleyway, and yep, I think she can like plug her eye into her phone, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I think she's just gonna be in an alleyway and she's gonna open up her laptop from her bag and is gonna start is gonna upload the footage and is going to scramble her audio from that entire fight.
Mm-hmm.
And is just gonna sigh and adds it into the drop as a source, but then is gonna just like thinking about how only one person had kind of close to being cyber psychos. He got clown feet. Yeah, you know what? Is cyber psycho at this point, probably. Who the fuck knows how close? I don't. Are cyber psychos like, do they have any humanity left? Can they like talk? I actually don't know.
Make a cybertech roll.
Cybertech roll. Cybertech. In Cyberpunk? Ain't no way. Technique. Cybertech. That's a 9.
A 9. Yeah, you're not quite sure.
I'll have to talk to Blight about that. Get patched up by Blight. She makes a duplicate of the video of her fighting the clown and yelling out questions. Her voice is scrambled to make it sound deeper. Probably still audible for people to hear. Because I do have a scrambler, descrambler or so. I don't know if that works as a thing. Just trying to pitch down her voice in her editing software. I'm almost certain I have a scrambler. Did I have that? Oh no, I guess I don't. I think I forgot to rebuy the scrambler when cheat, but that's fine. Anyways, yeah, she'll just like take the video, kind of pitch down her voice a bit in the recording. It's kind of still obviously her to people who know her. And she's gonna put it in a crunchy old zip file. She's gonna upload it to her. I'm monologuing! Shut the fuck up! Is going to upload it to her burner phone. Is going to do that thing where you start texting a message and then you delete the message and then you start texting another message and then you delete the message. And then eventually it's just gonna settle on something you might find interesting. And is gonna send it to Finley Stone. And then she slams her phone shut. And is gonna start walking back to the camp.
Okay. You are limping your way through the city streets. And maybe bleeding a little bit.
Oh yeah,
You know,
absolutely bleeding.
You can keep it inside of you as much as you can, and maybe it's not necessarily getting worse, but fuck me if it's definitely not going to get better. And you hear a car approaching, driving up the street behind you as you're walking, and you hear someone say, you hear a voice say, "Hey girl, you look like you just took a drive through the wrong part of Dallas."
John F. Kennedy from Clone High?
You look around, or you turn back, you see a big, like, convertible with a few people in it wearing, like, kind of like old style, like, clothes. You see the driver is John F. Kennedy.
Really? What the fuck?
You okay?
Yeah, I'm alright. She blinks a couple times and is gonna look back down at her burner phone and is going to send a text to Blight if possible. That's gonna go, right, I got in a bit of a scuffle and I might need a pickup. I think I'm fucked up. And she closes her phone and looks at John F. motherfucking Kennedy.
What's John F. Kennedy's wife's name again?
Ah!
Fucking, you wouldn't know. You're not American, right? I mean, I don't know.
Jacqueline Kennedy.
Jacqueline Kennedy. There it
Jacqueline
is.
Kennedy.
She's in the passenger seat. And he says, yeah, no problem. Anything to keep you, keep another person away from the bozos. You know they're out this time of night.
I'm real fucked up. Yeah, I'm... Sorry, you're looking mighty familiar there, my friend. Is your name John?
John F. Kennedy. Gives you a big, charming presidential smile.
I'm so confused! John F. Kennedy! I need to get my fucking dog. I'm not ready. Gotta stop crying. John F. Kennedy is here. Yeah, Lainsey looks at John. I'm so confused. And is just gonna go, yeah, you know, you mentioned the bozos. You happen to know anything about them? My, Mr. President?
Oh, sure. Look, why don't you hop in the back here? We'll get you where you need to go. We'll keep you away from the bozos. I know it's a convertible, and it's a little bit. It's not the most safe from the top side. Just don't keep your head too high up.
Yeah, no, that's it's funny you should mention head safety when it comes to convertibles.
Oh, don't. Yeah, I know all about that. Don't worry. We'll keep. We've learned.
Have you?
A little bit.
Yeah, no, despite the fact that you're John F. Kennedy, you know, my mom used to tell me not to get into convertibles with strangers, even if the stranger is not a stranger and is the old president of the United States. And so you know, you guys have a good old day, okay? You guys have a grand old time wherever you're going. Maybe drive by the grassy knoll while you're at it. Could be I've heard it's lovely this time of year. I'll be on my way. Thank you for everything. Oh, I'm losing it.
he gives you a nod and says, "Well, all right, if you insist. Just look, not everybody uses biosculpting for such charismatic and reassuring purposes as us Kennedys. So you just keep an eye out for any bozos, mostly just the bozos. You stay safe now."
Yeah, yeah, right. You should also stay. Whoa, okay. Yeah, have a great night, Mr. Kennedy. I mean, take fucking care.
That's what we're here for. Protect the American people.
I think that's debatable, honestly. I mean, I weren't around for your original, inauguration or so, and what exactly you were up to. But there was the Chappaquiddick incident I heard about. All the stuff, all the sex scandals in your guys' reign.
Sex scandals.
No, they were legitimate sex scandals.
I know. They were just very fun for me. And he just drives off.
Reach into my pocket and I pull out my burner phone. And I sent a text to Blight that says, "Hey, can you double time that? I'm really losing it out here." And I sent Blight my information of where I am. And I just plopped down on the ground. Just like near an alleyway. And Lainsey's just like, "Fuck, why didn't I record that? Didn't I record that?" John F. Kennedy. Oh, I'm real fucked up. That purple cloud's done some shit to me. What's happened to my accent? Ah, fuck. And she just like puts her head in her hands. Baffled. Confused. Horny? No. Oh, God.
He's got that presidential riz.
What is President John F. Kennedy doing here? I'm so taken aback by President John F. Kennedy himself appearing. Like God. Am I dead?
There's questions swirling through your mind right now.
Am I dead?
Yeah. There's a little voice in your head just asking all of those questions. Are you dead? Was that John F. Kennedy? Is any of this real? But another little voice in your head, perhaps, maybe is saying something along the lines of, forget it, paradise. It's Little Europe. And that's where we'll end the session.
Yeah, it's normal. It's normal. It's your normal everyday down in Little Europe. You get attacked by a vampire clan and John F. Kennedy shows up. It's just your average day.
Yes.
You know, as someone from a big city myself, as someone who's from Toronto, I mean, this just happens every time I go outside.
It's a thing. It's known to happen.
It's been known to happen. I, Liz, the player, am baffled.
Yes.
Lainsey's reactions were real.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is amazing.
I want you. Yes.
I'm gonna show up next session. I'm gonna be like, "So, has anyone checked the news? Is John F. Kennedy back? We need to find out if there was another shooter on the fucking grassy knoll. Someone has to ask him questions about that shit." Ah, fuck.
John F. Kennedy shot first.
John F. Kennedy shot first. John F. Kennedy. John fuck Kennedy. And
John F to pay respects Kennedy.
I do not respect that man. Oh my god. This is great. This is so fun. I love Paradise because she's like trying to be a very serious journalist, but she just keeps running into fucking Looney Tunes scenarios.
Yes. Yeah.
This is great. I love Night City.
Yeah. It's a very, very unique place.
Everyone else.
I'm tempted I kind of want to explain some of the stuff that happened to you.
Oh,
and
no.
at the same time,
No.
yeah,
No, I don't
it's
want to
gonna
know.
be so much funnier if I don't. If
don't
I
wanna
just
know.
leave it complete mystery.
My current theory is that I got fucked up on the purple gas from that grenade, and that the grenade was a bit more than a grenade. I think I got fucked up, severely so, and that plus the alcohol just completely John F. Kennedy'd me.
Yeah. Oh God, I forgot to say, make a resist torture / drugs check.
Yep. I thought so.
Yeah.
I've been fucking drugged. Oh God. Ugh. Oh, that's an 18?
An 18. Okay.
Oh man. John. I hope that John F. Kennedy just starts showing up for Paradise like a fucked up like guardian angel. Just starts going like, "Hey, Paradise. Let's hope those bozos don't come around anymore. It's me, John
John F.
F.
Kennedy.
Nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys." What the fuck? I say that so lovingly. This was great.
There is very much like a real explanation for all of this, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to give it to you, of course.
Yeah, I have no
You're gonna
doubt.
have to figure that out. Figure that out in universe.
I can't wait to figure it out. I'm really excited for next session. When
Yes.
is next session, by the way? Have we decided that?
Tomorrow, right?
Oh yeah, you're right. That is correct. All right, so official announcements as we are closing things down. Cyberpunk Soul of Steel, episode 2 is happening tomorrow at
4 p.m. PST,
4 p.m.
7 p.m. EST.
7 p.m. EST, because my viewers tend to know EST. That'll be 7 p.m., but what Chance said. I'm super excited for more. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna be uploading the VODs for this on the Cursed Ones channel probably as well. But I also know that Kyra has uploaded the first video to pigeon_cur, where Apex and Aberrations happens. We are both in Apex and Aberrations if you guys want to check us out in other places. It's a very cool little Apex Legends inspired D&D campaign, and it's really fun, and our characters they have something going on. Something's happening.
Yeah.
Something.
Things happen.
Things
Oh, I'm
happen.
so happy that we're just gonna have next session like tomorrow instead of I don't have to wait.
I know, same. I can't wait to just next session. Paradise is just fucked up in an alleyway, just going like, John F. Kennedy. John. Blight is Blight is just gonna be like, so what's going on here? And then Paradise is just like, so I found John F. Kennedy and he talked to me. Help me.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Okay, so actually, that here's the thing about that. So this session was set on the July 20th. Next session is going to be July 26th. So we're gonna have a good bit of downtime to account for here.
Okay, great. All right, wonderful.
From judging, just going off of the downtime channel in the server, I don't think anybody was getting up to anything crazy during downtime.
No, I think I set up one of those conspiracy walls in my room that just has a bunch of pictures of John F. Kennedy, and it's just a bunch of question marks, and then I keep putting clown noses on the John F. Kennedy pictures. I think that's my downtime.
Nice. Do you publish the story with the bozos?
Yeah, I do.
In that week?
I do publish the story that week. I wish I did not record John. So Paradise is very upset about the fact that she did not record John, because what a magical experience, quite frankly. But indeed, I do publish the story, and the story itself is going to include both the situation with the bozos, that the whole bozo situation, and the situation with the body dumped in the Totentans. But I'm holding off on publishing, as per Congo's request, I'm holding off on publishing the recording of the torture.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that this session could and that whole downtime of like publishing could mean that that you spent your downtime this week on your side, or this is what the game calls like a side hustle basically. where you spend the week doing like your job, and then you make a little money off of that.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing.
Yeah. So make a roll for me of 1d6.
1d6. Dog on my lap. That is a 5.
A 5. Oh, Sag. You
No.
the So yeah, you make that. I know I said we ended the session, but basically, how this essentially shakes out is that you do make that publish. You publish that, but the attention that like garners, like it's you do get some. It gets like attention, but it doesn't really bring in like much like in the way like monetarily.
Yeah, no, she's not expecting to get money in this either way. It's kind of just dropping USBs in places and having it spread naturally around the whatever remains of the web.
Yeah, sometimes things work out and you still make a little bit of, or like you and it manages to bring in a little bit of money for the camp, but like this time not so much.
Yeah, sounds good. All right.
It's just it's a pretty fucked up story.
It
I
is.
think people are depressed.
Yeah, I think people are absolutely flabbergasted. She is very tempted to put out a bounty for any information about John F. Kennedy, but she doesn't. And I will find out about the John F. Kennedy tomorrow, hopefully, or I will never know.
Maybe I'll just leave this completely unexplained.
I hope that you leave this completely unexplained. If there is a session 2 encounter with John F. Kennedy and it is never brought up again, I'll still be happy. This is great. This is all I could have ever wanted in D&D. Or not D&D. Cyberpunk 2020.
Eventually, when your character dies, you're like lying there on the floor, breathing your last few breaths, and Richard Nixon pops up and escorts you to the underworld.
What the Richard. Dick.
Tricky Dick.
Oh man, this is great. Thank you so much for this absolute chaos. This is so good.
Yeah. This was a really fun session.
This was. Someone watched The Nice Guys. Oh my god.
Yes. Someone else caught that reference. The Nice Guys is such a good movie.
I actually don't know what that is.
It's a movie. It has Ryan Gosling, Russell Crowe. It's a good movie.
I'll have to check it out.
Anyways, I don't have any announcements to make aside from, we got a game tomorrow and it'll be cool and stuff. But also this music that I was using worked really well.
It did.
This stream. Like it like really like intensified at all the right moments and went like kind of like downshifted to the right parts. It was wild.
Like running DJing in D&D is so fun because like there's parts where it just hits. I have that a ton in Cursed Ones. It's really fun.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely gonna be DJing for the thing coming up, which I can also just play the trailer for. The Thing.
Oh yeah, you can play the trailer for that. You should do that.
I will do that. So thank you guys so much for tuning in.
And then we'll end it on that.
We'll end it on exactly. So we are gonna finish off here. Do you have any remarks for the audience?
No, just enjoy the little trailer see you tomorrow.
Yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you, Chance, for DMing. This is so fun. All right.
Yeah.
Tune in for the trailer. Bye.
Bye.
My name is Peter M. Parker.
My name is Ophelia Octavius.
My name is not something you need to know.
My name is Pacific Parker.
My name is Max Monroe.
My name is Pietro Price.
My name is Maya Brightsoul.
The name's Emmerich. Emmett Emmerich.
My name is... well, we're not sure.
I knew my day would come around this time. Just had to cleanse my soul.
In the past
6 months.
6 months.
The last year.
2 years.
And after 2 years...
4 years.
5 years.
8 years.
27 years.
Por último. I'm almost there. Come on. Just one more jump.